Okay, so first of all, I'm talking about Sonic. I'm talking about Samus, and I'm talking about Subway Surfer. Video games are an endless gateway to so many worlds. If you're part of the Discord server, you absolutely know this. And no, I am not always sus, and if you could please stop voting me out, thank you. But to take it back all the way to the start, I feel like everyone remembers their very first video game. So we weren't allowed video games in my house growing up, but we were allowed to go to other friends' houses that did have video games, so and nothing stands out clearer to me than playing hours and hours of the original Super Smash Bros. On the N64. Those memories take a permanent residence in my brain, valuable residence. I could be thinking about other things, but here we are. To this day, nothing satisfies more than the perfect down B as Kirby. Come at me, Smash Bros. Players. I played Kirby as a child. What are you gonna do? Please don't beat me up. Now, I've played hundreds of games since, but those memories, those Smash Bros. Memories are the absolute clearest. And I wanted to know if this was a universal thing. So I asked some Blonde Radio homies. What was your first initial engagement interaction? What pulled you into video games?
When I was 5, my dad had a Nintendo 64 in the house, and my first ever video game was Super Smash Bros. 64. Playing the first missions where you're battling the 20 Yoshis.
Yes.
I sat there for hours trying to beat them.
My dad had one of those N64s. We'd play Mario on that.
I would have to give a lot of credit to my older brother. Just being around him and seeing that he enjoyed it gave me enjoyment. When he wasn't around, then I would play the game.
Do you remember in high school, and every day at 3 p.m. I'd be when we're playing League?
Yeah. Before band, I found out about Minecraft. And I came to school and I was like, Brad, there's this game. But it's not bad. There's 2 versions. Survival's actually good. And then we played that.
The original Halo with my father, I was 4 or 5 or something. I would sit on his lap and I couldn't do the controller stuff yet. So I would hold the trigger and he would do everything else, then just say shoot.
But if we're being honest, it's the experience, not really the game. It's the feelings that come with it. For me, it's the story, the world, the moment-to-moment building of characters that just keeps me coming back. Video games have done a lot for me. They were there when no one else was. I moved to Edmonton in the dead of winter. I had no friends. But then Persona 5 went on sale. And for 2 months, every day I hung out with Yusuke, Ann, Ryuji, Morgana, and it was the best of times.
It gives me an escape. Whenever things look dull or stress is just getting to me, it's that one thing that really calms my anxiety where I can just go.
They kind of come in and out of my life at weird times. I mean, I've gone months without playing a single video game too, so I guess it's kind of like a friend in that way too. I don't know. They kind of come and go, but good ones stick around. They're there for you when you need them.
It makes me happy, it makes me sad, angry. I love when it makes me angry. If it can take you on a whole load of emotions, shit's a good game. I mean, League makes me mad.
I think one of the first things I knew about you is that you played League.
Are we going right there? It's not all toxic. Well, I think everyone has a bit of toxic to them. If you play League, you have to. It's a requirement.
It kind of comes to storytelling. I mainly play single player games. You read a book, you watch a show. It's still really good. You enjoy it, you get to know the characters. But when you can actually move in that world and talk to those characters, you gain such a bond with them. And again, go back to Mass Effect. It's my 5th run through now, and every time I meet Garrus, I just feel amazing. He could be my best friend any day.
God, the reveal in 2 when you find he's the sniper on the that's so iconic.
So good.
My favorite part is the story, being able to be transported somewhere that's far away from here and being able to live through emotions that you might not ever experience in an everyday life circumstance, and the heart racing and the tear jerker and gut wrenching and all those amazing things.
Let me tell you, the story doesn't matter at all. The story's the worst part of a video game. Everything that Louise just said doesn't matter. My brain just thinks about the mechanics. So learning about mechanics of a video game, or how strong can you get, or how many cool things can you eventually do. That's what are all the mechanics in a video game that come together and make it feel cool. Same reason why people like superhero movies, because you kind of imagine being the best.
Like a story.
Like me. And Tofi.
Hi, baby girl. Thanks for joining us.
I worked in retail for 7 years, and I could have the gnarliest shift, but coming back home and queuing up for some games, made it all so much easier. And even today, nothing gets me out of a funk quicker than hopping online for some games with the homies.
The community of video games is a very big thing because like you can have a really, really good time with it, or you can have a really, really bad time with it. It can draw a person in or can like draw them out of it, I guess.
Well, like I have my friends in real life, and I have those connections, but also I get to meet all these people, share a lot of stories, compare politics. No, I remember when I was like 13, I would play Minecraft with my friends, and we really got to know each other that way, just through Skype. We'd play for hours on end.
When we were in school, and this was not even like high school, this was like a year ago, me and all my buddies would hop on Krunker, which is like a web-based like CSGO kind of thing, just to fuck around. And we would just play that through the entire lab, and the teacher would come over and we'd all like alt-tab out of it. And just that sense of like community and getting away with something was super fun. It's mostly just an excuse to see friends though, because I've had times with friends where it's like, let's hang out. And then you do, and you don't really talk about anything, and it's like, all right, well, see you next time. You could just be playing video games, dude. Could have been playing video games this whole time. Hop on the CSGO server, dude. I don't want to talk.
I was into Destiny for a really long time. So I'd hop around all the different forums on that, looking for groups for raids and stuff. And it was just so nice because you'd meet these people who will explain it to you over and over again. They'll walk you through it. You'll spend like 7 hours together just trying to beat this one boss. It's kind of a special community.
So multiplayer games are like my social part of my life. You're all directed at the same thing. All your attention of everyone is directed at the same thing. It feels like you're growing in your relationship.
And then speaking of relationship,
We were working over the summer, and one of the first conversations we had was about video games. Do you remember it?
Yep, Stardew Valley
Nice.
and The Witcher.
Yeah.
But not so much The Witcher, mostly Stardew Valley.
And then we were really excited because they said that multiplayer was going to be coming.
And I was like, we could play it
We could
together
play it
soon.
together.
And then it came out like 3 years later.
And we were like married by the time it came out, but we did still play it together.
Yeah, a lot
A
actually.
lot. Especially during COVID, it was really good to get people that had never experienced video games to open their minds about it more. And then I have more friends reaching out asking about what video games they can play with friends and partners and stuff. And yeah, it's a lot about connection, hand-eye coordination, and back pain.
And back pain sometimes.
because even though we're talking about video games, it's not really the video game. At the end of the day, it's not Mario, it's not Master Chief, it's not Fall Guys that fell off like 1 month after it released. It's about the community. It's about the people you're playing those games with.
I saw Brad just
could
leave
be it.
electrical.
I bet.
I didn't see Brad leave camp, so
I dare
he
you.
had to vent it somewhere. He voted himself.
Please, 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 please.
Oh,
I don't
Ryan.
And we made a mistake.
And sure, I don't have as much time as I used to play games, but I'll always have the people I played them with. And for that, I thank video games. Thank you, video games. That's very cool. Thanks.
Distance clearly doesn't really bother me that much. I feel like you can have the same relationship with people you know in real life and then people you've met online, even though you've actually never like seen them in person. Because it's not really like that matters. It's mostly just kind of like the social aspect of your relationship. I have good friends online now that I share everything with, and I have my friends in real life that I'll share everything with. That just doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't make a difference to me. Friends are friends.
Santa, who's that?
I'm very good right now.
I'm literally just gonna play.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for connecting with me, people that did over Discord. Very cool. And as far as that merch giveaway, if you're one of these 3 comments, shoot me a DM. I only have like 3 extra pieces of merch, so it will be first come, first serve. Thank you for all the kind words on the last video. So appreciated. I love putting these together. And for the next video, I'll be doing something a little bit more international. So drop a comment. I'll be picking 3 comments. I'll reach out and we're gonna work on something together. I'm really excited about this one. But as always, let me know what you think. I'll see you soon, and thanks for tuning in to Blonde Radio.